Hello everybody and welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. So for today's reading, we are going to be getting you some messages on how you can fully step into your power and really gain that inner courage and inner confidence to be able to go out and do what you want to do. So this is going to be a general reading, but there is going to be a small pick a card portion at the end. So if you're interested in that, the timestamps will be in the description box below. And a little disclaimer before we get started, this is going to be a general reading, so if everything doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. Just take whatever resonates and leave whatever doesn't. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be getting you some oracle and also some tarot, but first I'm going to pull you some tarot, so I'm going to put these tarot or oracle decks to the side. And I also apologize about my nails. I'm trying to naturally grow them out, and as you can tell, I'm not doing a very good job. They're like breaking all over the place, and I'm not quite sure what I want to do with them, so excuse those for today's video. But yeah, let's go ahead and get you some tarot. Alright, how you can fully step into your power. And how you can really feel powerful in your originality and being yourself, and sort of going for the things you want to do, like your passions and your interests and things like that. Ooh. Okay, so we've got the reversed Fool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get you some more cards before we start talking about it. But there may be like a new path waiting for you. There may be some new beginnings waiting for you, and maybe stepping into your power can bring that to you. Okay, and then we have the reversed Six of Cups. Let's see what else we get here. Yeah, I definitely think that there's some things blocking you, and we'll be able to get into that more. Okay, yeah, so, and then we have the Moon. So yeah, maybe some things that aren't really, maybe you're not really aware of. Oh, are we gonna, I guess we can. Okay, so then we have the Temperance, the Queen of Wands, and then also the Queen of Swords. And sorry if it takes me a little bit to get these straight up here, but I will most likely eventually get there. Okay, so let's do, I think we'll do one more. Alright, well, we'll see what the cards want to give us, but, okay. And then we have the High Priestess. Alright. So I'm getting a lot of feminine energy here. So I'm thinking, I feel like you've got some negative emotions blocking you. I can also see that, I feel like, with the reverse Six of Cups. I think maybe you've got some negative memories, and maybe you're holding on to those a little bit too much, and maybe you're kind of letting those old memories mess with your worth, because from that time that you may have been dwelling on, or kind of have lingering negative feelings towards, you've grown a lot since then, and I feel like you may be holding your worth to that time, even though you've grown and learned a lot from that time, and you're ready to excel. You're ready to, with the reversed Fool, I feel like you're ready to move forward, but I feel like your mindset's not really in the, or you don't really have the mindset ready to be able to move forward. So yeah, and with the Moon, I think it's really it's unknown to you right now. Maybe you're not consciously aware of it, and you may have to do a little bit of digging to sort of figure out what that is. Well, you may already know, like, the situation that's causing you this, like, leftover pain, like, you know, because I don't feel like it's, like, something that's happened, like, super recently to you. I think it's some old memories that are leaving you with some feelings, and you may, like I said, know what the situation is, but you may not know how it's holding you back, and sort of all of the feelings that it's really causing you deep down. And then here with the Queen of Wands, I'm seeing that, you know, being confident in yourself, and knowing your skills, knowing your abilities, and really being confident in them and showing them to the world and putting yourself out there, I think is really good for you, and you shouldn't be afraid of doing that, even though you may have a little bit of fear towards that, and that may be causing you some resistance as well. But with the High Priestess too, I think you're, sorry, my ring light, you have, how do I not do that? How do I not get my ring light in there? But yeah, you have a lot of potential, and I feel like you know how to, you know the things to do, like you know where you want to go. Like if you really just think about it and you give yourself that time to allow your true thoughts to come through and the things that you feel and think deep down, and you really allow that inner voice to come through, it'll be able to give you messages. It'll be able to help you lift yourself out of these negative feelings. And I feel like you may be a little bit out of balance too. I feel like really gaining more balance, and also having patience, like putting yourself out there, doing what you need to do, taking that action, but also then being patient and waiting for it to kind of come into fruition for you, because you've got the skills, you've got the abilities, and you've got the and you also have the ability to sort of open your mind up to start heading towards new beginnings. But right now it's holding you, like something's holding you back. And right now I feel like it's negative emotions that maybe have been caused in the past by situations. And with the Queen of Swords, you really need to be honest with yourself, and also honest with other people, assertive with your communication, but also you know, do it in an understanding way where you're not coming off too strong, not only to yourself but to others as well. And yeah, I think it's really important to note that with the Queen of Wands, being confident and God, I wish my ring light was not doing that. But yeah, well, if I hold it that close, then it kind of works, doesn't it? So yeah, being confident in yourself is what's gonna really help you step into your power. You have to be confident in not only the things you do, but who you truly are. And I think it's important that you, like with the Moon and the High Priestess, you just kind of let that inner voice come through, let your intuition come through. Maybe do a little bit of deep diving into your subconscious or just into your mind, and maybe figure out what might be holding you back. Because I feel like you may not be, you don't really know your full worth, I feel like, and you may be having those thoughts because of past things, and that's not who you are. That's who you were. You've grown and you've learned from that, and as long as you've grown and you've learned from that, and I feel like much time has passed, like you've already put in a lot of work, you've already done a lot of thinking, but there's still some things holding you back. There's still some lingering feelings, emotions that aren't allowing you to really step into your full power, know your full worth, and really access your full abilities, because I feel like you're not really recognizing them, acknowledging them, or utilizing them. So once you start doing that, once you start taking those steps step by step, I feel like things are going to unravel for you. You're going to be able to start realizing things, letting the things go that you need to let go, start stepping into that mindset of being open to new opportunities, new experiences, and you just really have to realize your worth and know that you are good enough. And then we also have underneath we have the 10 of Wands, and then underneath that we have the 6 of Wands. So you may have to put in some work, you may have to put in some effort, you may have to you know, it may not be an easy road doing the things you want to do, and you know, taking those risks, putting in that effort. Like the things you want to do may take a lot of work and a lot of effort, and you just have to be willing to put in that work. But first you have to get to that mindset. But then once you do, you're gonna get the recognition that you deserve. And underneath that we have the 7 of Cups. So you're gonna have options, you know, your dreams can come true. I think it's important that you think of the options that you have, and that you're not just limiting yourself to one way of thinking. And yeah, just start sort of thinking of what might be holding you back, and if there's any past things that you maybe be thinking of occasionally, or that kind of pop up in your mind. I think it's just holding you back from like starting new things and realizing your worth, having full confidence, being honest with yourself, like fully honest with yourself, because you're honest. Sorry, I mumbled a little bit there, but because you are honest with yourself, you know what you need to learn, you know what you need to like fix. Like if you came at a situation wrong, I feel like with the high priestess, I feel like you know what you need to, like how you need to improve on situations. Like if you came at something not and you left that situation not really happy, you know what you need to do with yourself, and I feel like you can create good solutions. So it's all up to about being honest with yourself in the way of telling yourself that you have the capabilities, you have the qualities, you are good enough, and you deserve to have that confidence and to step into your power and who you truly are, and start showing that off to the world and start accomplishing the things you want to do. If you have goals, don't be afraid to have them. Don't be afraid to go for them. You know? And okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into some oracle because I've been talking about the tarot for a really long time now. So we'll go ahead and get into some oracle. And I'm thinking I want to move these down just a little bit because when the oracle comes in, there's like going to be a lot of space down here. So I want to see if I can fix that a little bit. All right, that's not bad. Let's go ahead and get into some oracle. All right. How you can fully step into your power. Let's get some more messages. Okay. All right, we have fear. So letting go of any fear you may have. So maybe something happened in the past that maybe left you with some trauma or some like fears where you're kind of maybe scared to step out. You're kind of scared to do the things you want to do, and the fear that you may have might be irrational. Like it may not be serving you. And something important to remember with fear is if it's not teaching you anything, then it's not rational. You know, we have to, if we can't learn something from our fear, then we may not need to have that fear, you know? So maybe something that happened to you in the past, maybe created a sort of fear of maybe you don't feel like you can be confident. Maybe you don't feel like you can show your true self to the world, but you can. And you just have to keep believing in yourself, listening to your inner voice, being honest with yourself about how amazing you are and what good qualities you hold. And I think you may need to do some subconscious work. And people may have been lying to you, if like in the past, if people have said negative things to you, try to bring down your worth, they may have been lying to you just to deceive you, to bring you down, to bring negativity into your life, whatever it may be. So just don't listen to them. Focus on your power, because there is power in who you truly are, and you shouldn't be afraid to show that to the world. Don't have irrational fears, because those are only going to hold you back from starting all these amazing pathways that you have access to. You just have to make your way to them. And right now I feel like the mindset you have right now, there's blockages in it to where you may not be able to make it to those pathways as easily. So once you start opening your mind up, start believing in yourself, and sort of letting those past negative things go, you're going to be able to start blossoming into not only your full power, but blossoming to the point where you can start creating things you want to create, you can build things you want to build, you can attract the things that you want to attract in your life. You're just going to blossom into not only being able to do what you want to do, but into being the person you truly want to be, like not having these fears, and so that you can start doing what you want to do. If you have something you want to put your mind to, you're not going to let your fears and your mindsets and things in the past hold you back. You're going to stand in your power at the moment. You're going to be confident in your qualities and your abilities and show yourself to the world, and that's exactly what you deserve to do. All right, so let's get a few more messages with the oracle, or with this oracle deck, because we are going to a little bit from another. All right, perfect. Here we go. Self-love. Yes, you need self-love. You need to give yourself that love, that confidence, and that support, because if there's something you need to let go as well, be gentle, be kind, be loving with yourself. Allow yourself to feel what you're feeling, to ride through these emotions, to heal however you need to heal, and just be kind to yourself. It is so important to be kind to yourself. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's something that I've struggled with, honestly, but once you start being kind to yourself, like the smallest things that you can do for yourself, to just give yourself that love, just tell yourself nice things, do nice things for yourself, allow yourself time to enjoy things that you enjoy, and make sure that you're not discrediting all the amazing qualities and things that you have, because self-love is what you need. It really is, and it's going to lead you to growth, and these things are going to lead you to grow into your full power, letting go of the fear, blossoming into who you truly are, because who you are is amazing, and you have such great qualities, and you can do so many things with these qualities. You just have to give yourself the love and the support, because if you're not giving yourself the love and support, the love and support from people around you isn't going to matter. You have to have that self-love first before, because if someone else is telling you, you can do this, don't worry about this. You may be able to get some comfort from it, but you're not truly going to believe it if you're having doubts about yourself. You have to give yourself that self-love. You have to give yourself the credit that you deserve, so that whenever you do get support from other people and you do start getting recognition, like I said with the, see back here, under here, you're going to get recognition, and once you start getting that recognition, you need to believe it yourself. Once you start doing that, you need to feel it deep down. I deserve this. I have the qualities and the capabilities. I've put in the work to get this. And so you really need to make sure that you're having that self-love, because it's going to help you receive and give love so much more if you have it for yourself. You'll be able to give and receive it so much more. And then, yeah, just growth. This is all going to lead you to growth. And I feel like you're in a growing stage right now, or at least you're ready to be. And you just need to let go of these emotions, so that, because like I said, once again, with the reversed fool, you've got new pathways open ready for you. You've got new opportunities. And then on the bottom, we have beauty. You are beautiful. Not only are you beautiful, your outside is beautiful, your insides are beautiful, but the qualities that you have, the way that you present yourself to the world, like I said, if you have more self-love, you're going to be able to give it so much more and receive it so much more, and that in itself is so beautiful. And the fact that you're capable of doing that, you just have to start accessing that. I mean, that's so beautiful in itself. So just think about, and then under that too, we have change. Once you start realizing your beauty, like inside and out, and like how you do things, how you show the world love, how you care about other people, how you care for yourself, like once you start realizing how beautiful that is and how much meaning that has, you're gonna start doing that. You're gonna start feeling that powerful change. And it's important to listen to your intuition, listen to yourself, listen to that inner voice. Make sure that you're creating balance, and that you're having patience, that you're putting in the work, but you're also having patience and waiting for it, and that you're ready to start these new opportunities. Okay, but let's get you a few more oracle cards before we wrap it up. All right, how you can fully step into your power. Ooh, okay. Schedule yourself in. So yeah, give yourself time. That goes along with the self-love. Make sure that you, and with the balance too, make sure that you're giving yourself time to de-stress, to do what you want to do, to bring yourself that joy and that comfort, so that even if you are putting in all this hard work, or maybe you're dealing with some negative feelings, or you're having to, I don't know, I just think that you may have to be putting in a lot of work in whatever area it may be, and in order to really make that effort the best it can be, to put in the most effort that you can, you have to make sure that you're taking breaks, bringing in balance, and that you're scheduling yourself in with the things that you love to do, and once again, self-love, taking care of yourself. You have to make sure that you're scheduling yourself in, and allowing yourself to be happy, and having a balance between effort and like pleasure and relief. And then under that, or next we have get out of your comfort zone. So I feel like that's kind of going along with showing the world. Oh, and fear too. If you have fear, start going out of your comfort zone little by little, because I'm a personal believer of taking steps. You may not be fully ready to take a giant step out of your comfort zone. Do little steps, do little things that make you that take you a little bit farther out of your comfort zone, so that if there's something you really want to do, you're not so there's not so many feelings rushing through you. You're like, okay, I've taken the steps, I've already gone, I've already faced, these fears. I'm, ready to take this step. So just get out of your comfort zone little by little. Start, maybe if you've been neglecting maybe who you truly are, like how you want to dress, how you want to show yourself to the world, what you maybe want to do, the hobbies you want to do. Maybe schedule yourself in, let yourself do those things, and start maybe doing that a little bit more. Allow yourself to be more you, and just try to do what you can to get out of this fear that you have in whatever area it may be. Just slowly work out of it, and I think that's going to be the best thing for you, because you have like I said, you have the growth option. Be the bigger person. So if, like I said, if there's someone in your past that maybe was bringing down your worth, don't even acknowledge them. Don't even think back to it. Don't think about getting back at them. Move on. Or a situation. It doesn't even have to be a specific person. It may just be a situation. Move on from that situation. You've grown from that. You've learned from it, and it's time for you to focus on It's time for you to focus on you and showing yourself to the world. So just be the bigger person in situations and say, I have a positive resolution for us. If you don't want to get there, that's up to you. So, and then underneath we have overcome your fears. So yeah, overcome your fears little by little. And I mean, if overcoming them in a huge step is something that works for you, go ahead and do that. But if you've had troubles overcoming your fears, I think taking little tiny baby steps, is what can work. That's what helps me, because I have big issues with that. So, little by little, do little things. Take it piece by piece. Work up that ladder, and then after a few times of taking these small steps, you can look back and say, wow, I've grown so much. I can grow even more. And the more progress you see in yourself, and also with scheduling yourself in, think about your growth. Look back, think about how much you've grown. If you've like I said would be a good thing, if you start to release some fears, once you've released those fears, look back on it and see, how do I feel? What do I feel better? What new good feelings do I have? And things like that. Really reflect and make sure that you're showing yourself love, because you're blossoming and you're growing, and there may just be things holding you back a little bit to going at the speed or at the pace or the rate that you is most beneficial to you, and that you may be in the time that you are in the time of where you are right now, that you may be ready to go to. So yeah, I think that is going to wrap it up. One thing that I really want to push towards you is confidence. Really believe in yourself. Do whatever you can that can bring you confidence. I feel like being a little bit more true to yourself as well can bring you some more confidence, if that's not something that you maybe feel like you're doing to the fullest extent, or at least to the extent that makes you feel comfortable. You don't ever want to put yourself so far out of your comfort zone to where you shell up and you just kind of, it causes overwhelming feelings to the point where you kind of close up, and then it causes backtracking. You never want to get yourself to a point of backtracking, because right now all I see for you is growth. So yeah, just let some things go, believe in yourself, and yeah, you may have some uncovering to do, but figure out what that is, and I feel like you'll be good to go. I feel like you'll really start stepping into your power. So that is going to do it for this portion of the reading. There is still going to be a pick a card portion after this, so if you're interested in that, the timestamps are in the description. But I just want to go ahead and say thank you so much for joining me for this reading today. I really hope that you enjoyed it and resonated with it. If you did enjoy it, I hope to see you again in one of my other videos, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye, guys. Alright, welcome to the pick a card portion of the video. So we have 4 groups here, and we have group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, and then group number 4. And basically I have 1 card here for each group, and then I'll just be giving you the rundown on the message based on the group that you picked. So yeah, if you need a little bit more time to sort of feel the energies and decide, then you can go ahead and pause the video here. But we're going to go ahead and get into it. And once again, if you want to go ahead and skip to your timestamp, the timestamps are in the description box below. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Alright, group number 1, inspiration. So really following your inspiration, really feeding your inspiration, taking action with your inspiration will be really beneficial to you. It'll allow, not only will it'll allow you to start accessing and utilizing your skills and like doing what you want to do, but also if you start feeding your inspiration, nurturing your inspiration, really honing into it, it's going to allow you to open up your mind into new areas, new ways of thinking. Maybe start thinking of ways that you can start taking action on your inspiration, like do things that make you inspired, do things that you've been like, if you have thoughts like that that have come to you from being inspired, you know, do those things that you're thinking of or really explore those thoughts. And I think your passions are really important and can take you a lot of places, whether it be success in like your financial areas, like in your career, or just in your happiness and doing what makes you happy and bringing light and positivity into your life. So really just hone into that inspiration. If you need some more, do things that make you inspired, do things that make you happy, bring you joy, and allow that inspiration to come into your life and really build on it. But yeah, that is going to do it for group number 1. So I'm going to go ahead and go into group number 2. Alright, group number 2, we have endurance. So really sticking through things, really making sure that you aren't letting things get you down, making sure that you're not letting yourself get you down. And also, if you're putting in a lot of work, it's important that you continue to do that, you keep persisting. Now, you may need some new ways of thinking, like if things are feeling in a really stagnant place or they are moving too slow for you, then maybe you need to think of some new ways of thinking. But I think it's important that you stick with either what you're doing or what you plan on doing, because sticking through it and waiting for the result is going to be beneficial for you. Giving up and quitting or not putting in the same amount of effort that you truly want to put in, that you've been putting in the beginning, you know, that's not going to be good for you. You really need to make sure that you're sticking through things and that you're doing what makes you happy. Even if it requires a lot of work, even if it requires going over some bumps, hitting some bumps, things like that, like sticking through it and finding solutions and finding ways to keep yourself in balance so that you're not being overwhelmed by the work that you're putting in is going to be really beneficial to you, because not only is it going to allow you to stick through and see the results that you want to see, but it's also going to allow you to become stronger and to gain more skills and like tricks on how you can you know, stay stable and like to ground yourself and things like that. You know, whenever you're going through difficult times or putting in a lot of work, you'll be able to look back at that time that you persisted and say, oh wow, I actually gained a lot from that situation. It was hard at the time, but now I've grown and gained a lot from it. So yeah, that's going to go ahead and do it for group number 2. And I'm going to go ahead on to group number 3 now. So group number 3, we have appreciation. So I think you really need to appreciate yourself. I think you need to appreciate what you have, who you are, and the values that you hold, or the value that you hold, I should say. And also just start appreciating life, because that's going to allow you to have a more open and more positive mindset so that you can start doing the things you want to do. You can have more energy in life, and you can have more positivity, which will allow you to have better ways of thinking and make you more excited to do the things that you want to do. And also have appreciation for the people that show you love around you. Make sure that you're if you're receiving, make sure that you're showing appreciation and that you're doing what you can to give back, or at least show your gratitude and that you do appreciate what's being done for you. Also, that goes along with the universe. Connect with the universe, really thank it. I think the main thing is thank yourself. Like, be appreciative of yourself. And once you start doing that, that's just another way to be kind to yourself and to really feel your power and to feel like you're, doing something with it. So really appreciate it and thank yourself for taking action on the things you want to do, for being who you are, for learning, for growing, for getting to where you are now, for doing even little accomplishments. Just being appreciative of yourself, I feel like, is going to boost you up a lot more, and just being appreciative of things around you as well. So yeah, that's going to do it for group number 3, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number 4. So group number 4, happiness. So doing things that make you happy and really allowing yourself that happiness. Like, if you're putting in a lot of work and you're putting in a lot of effort, it's important that you allow yourself happiness, that you take time and you let yourself de-stress. If you are feeling overwhelmed or like you've been overthinking a lot, make sure that you're giving yourself that time, even if it's the littlest amount of time, because I know that it's easy to get really busy and to feel like you have no time for yourself, but I guarantee you can even find, even if it's a few minutes, just take a few minutes to kind of sit with yourself and think about what makes you happy. I mean, if you do have the options, like whenever you have breaks, do things that make you happy, hang out with people that make you happy, do hobbies that make you happy, go out, like, do whatever you can to make sure that you're bringing in that happiness and that positivity in your life, because if you're not nurturing that enough, if you're not nurturing and allowing yourself that happiness, then it's going to lead you to a lot of negative things, and it could lead you to getting overwhelmed and bringing you to a stagnant place. So you want to make sure that you're feeding that happiness, and you shouldn't feel selfish about it. Like, if you feel like you're doing a lot or that you should be focusing on a certain thing, don't feel bad about taking time out for yourself and doing things that make you happy, because you deserve it and you deserve that balance in order to keep you going and to keep you going strong. So yeah, just really think about what brings you happiness and start doing it. Start making time for that. But yeah, I think that is going to do it for today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you resonated with the reading that you got. Yeah, if you did enjoy it, I hope to see you again in another one of my readings. But yeah, that's going to do it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.